It gives me, I can't tell you how much of a thrill to say that I'm actually standing on Queen's Pier. With me is Jim McKenzie, who only a day was there, of course, at the big signing ceremony.
That's right, yes.
And you said you can come down at the weekend. And of course, since then, I went back and did a bit of all the stuff that I'd filmed over the years. You've had a look at that.
I've had a look at that. Yes,
it's incredible how long this has gone.
I know it's a shame that it's taken this long, but at least we are now ready to go, and I hope that the actual community will support this.
Okay, well, this is Bay 1. Let's just try and put. First of all, we've got the entrance which we can now come through, and you know, this is part of it. Should we talk about what's going on there first of all? Because you've got some RSJs I noticed on the floor. What's that about?
Yes, that's right. Well, you see, one of the problems that getting onto the pier has been a problem from the health and safety point of view is that the lintels which are supporting the top of the building are made of wood, and they have corrupted over the years, and they're not strong enough to retain the security of the building. So they've been propped up 5 years ago. They were propped up with a couple of vacuum props, but they've got to be replaced with proper support. So we bought in RSJs, which are quite strong, obviously, and we need to replace that. When that is done, then that gives us effectively free access from the road through to the pier itself, and we can go on to the pier.
Because a lot of people remember before, I mean, this was the 50s, wasn't it?
Yes, something like the 50s this was added.
Because there were like these two sort of toll booths over there.
Yeah, that's right, two
Where did they go?
Octagonal.
They disappeared.
Well, I think, when during the refurbishment stability, it was found that they were full of dry rot, so I think they were taken down. Whether there's any bits left which have gone up to Derby, to the 4 containers up there, I'm not quite sure.
That had all the stuff in it, did it? They took off the sides. We saw those pictures.
That's right.
They've stored it. But,
yeah, well,
you just don't know yet.
Yeah, all of the metalwork has gone up to these 4 containers in Derby. Of course, it has to be refurbished and painted and got into a state to be able to put back before we can do anything with them.
The little toll booth thing still works in here, though.
Well, yes, that's right. Yes, it's still there. I mean, we put the electrics into there. The electrics which were there were not up to standard. So a new supply has been put in there, and it's a 3-phase supply, because one of the things that the chief engineer needs is to be able to work on the grinding off of the old steel, and this will be done with air. You know, electricity and water don't go very well together, so it will be a 3-phase big compressor with air fed out to the work face, and that's a lot more safe and secure.
Now, this other area, which I mean, as a kid I can't remember much about it, but what is that going to be? Because you've got a kitchen sink sitting there.
Well, we've got a kitchen sink there. That's a start. Yes, kitchen sink, yes. But in fact, that's because we need a couple of toilets for the workforce, and we've got planning permission for that, and that will be down the far end of the alcove, and the rest of it would be effectively a workshop to enable us to do work on the bench, as it were, inside. Obviously, the compound outside is there for working on some of the stuff that comes off the pier, but it's a bit restricted. We don't have a great deal of room. So we've got to be very careful with the way we organise things.
Now, we're standing on some cast iron, I guess. It's probably seen better days, but I know you do some tests.
No, this is pretty good. This is
painted a lot over years.
No. They put tar on it, which is okay at the time, but it's going to be a beggar to get off. I can tell you that. But this grid is part of the wave breaker situation. Underneath here, we've got the stone wave breaker, which is built out from the land, and its purpose is, particularly in a storm, the waves come in and they bash against the stone, which is a sort of a hemispherical idea, and the wave then bashes up, and instead of this being solid, which would then cause the energy to come and hit the underside, it's dissipated because of the
so we can get quite wet on a day.
You can get quite wet on a Wednesday. Yes. I've been out here when it has been, and it's very wet.
You referred to 3 different gates: the outer one, this one which is behind us, and then the one we can't go through. I can't go through yet. I mean, because I've obviously got lots of things to do. What's the timetable there?
Well, we've got gate 1, 2 and 3 as we refer to them. So gate 2, this is the one in front of us here. Now that'll be taken down straight away because we can't get at the lintels with it in place. But it'll be of use because we'll put it on the compound as the personnel entrance, and that will be done well within the next couple of weeks. This will allow us to get access to the lintels, and we will have a professional contractor who will replace the lintels.
And is this Bay 1, or how far does Bay 1 actually
Bay 1 goes out as far as the revetment that comes in. Then you've got 2 and 3, which are on the standard part of the pier. And
I mean, this Bay 1 is going to be a big exercise because it's bigger, but a learning curve, is it?
Well, it's a learning curve as well, but there's more to it than that. Is that, of course, this is where it attaches to the land, and so you've got the 5 girders coming in, and they go into the actual land itself, and therefore getting into those and replacing them, that's not going to be easy. But gate 3 will be moved. Because it has to go beyond 3 to stop access to the lateral part.
When will people be able to get on there, like, you know, asking other people to help and do things? I mean,
well, I mean, that will be as part of the chief engineer will designate just who can go on and when they can go on, and we've got to be very, very careful with health and safety. As we know, it's under lockdown, and to get it out of lockdown is not easy.
And this is what these sort of wires and these fencing's about, is it? To keep people within that area overall?
Well, yes. I mean, it's still not safe.
No.
But on the other hand, it's a lot safer than if you go to the edge. Yeah. So from a health and safety point of view, the MPM work that was done 5 years ago, they put this central walkway down the centre to allow us to get a bit safer when you're walking on the pier. And providing you keep inside that, you have the safety to help you, and if you go outside that, you've got to get much more extra health and safety control with hawsers and fixed points.
Okay. Well, it's been fascinating today, and it's a trip down memory lane for me as a young lad remembering this thing, and I think one day we match that train again, don't you think?
Well, I sincerely hope so. I sincerely hope that the people will be able to get on up to gate 3 up to the Bay 3 and to see what we've done. But of course, to get there, we need the money.
Okay.
You've got the money. Tom will have told you.
Yeah.
We need the money. Yes.
Go to the website and you can do
There's a smashing website there, and it can be donated through there or donated by a bank transfer, whatever. But we need the money. We've got about half for the starting of Bay 1, but it's a fair amount that's needed.
Well, he's determined, and you in past lives have been a very determined man, if I remember rightly.
Well,
in your
not
day.
too bad.
Exactly. So you got a bit between your teeth on this one, have you?
Well, let's hope so. And I think the thing to do is to remember that we're going to be professional about this. There's no question of us being a bunch of geriatric farts, as has been described to us on more than one occasion.
Really?
Yeah, and we're not. We're going to do this properly, and we're going to achieve it. No doubt about it.